So I had a friend that was telling me that he really liked this girl, but it felt like he wasn't able to actually get her. He wasn't able to actually attract her. And this girl, she had came over already to his place. They had a good time, but they didn't do anything the first time around, and she left. And it was kind of like one of those convos where she would text and kind of like in the convo, he would text her and she wouldn't really text back. And he just really came to me and he genuinely was like, okay, well, I think this girl likes me, but how come no progress is being made? Now, some of the other guys were telling him that, oh, maybe you should just like Hail Mary it. Ask her like, hey, like I like you, you like me. Let's just like skip everything and just get straight to business. Basically, let's just like have sex. And if she said yes, then okay, well then of course they would have sex and boom, nothing lost. Or if she says no, then he's not really in a different position than position he was in already with them going back and forth, but it not really leading to anywhere. But I told him something that kind of blew his mind. And as you can see from the title of the video, women are actually simple. As guys, I would say guys, we're easy. We're very much like, okay, if we want to have like sexual relations with like a lady, we'll just like say it, or we just want to get right to it. We don't want all the games, the back and forth. It's like, if you like a girl, you know that you would just like hit already and just get it out the way. But women are simple in the fact where they're not like us. They're not just like, you can't just tell them like, hey, do you want to have sex? Do you want to do this? And they'll get to it, because they don't want to feel like a broad. They don't want to feel promiscuous or anything like that, even if they quite literally are. But women are simple in the fact where they like mental stimulation more than like the physical pleasure. And here, let me explain that a little bit for you. So women, they don't really care too much, I would say, about actual just sex by itself, like alone. Don't get me wrong, women love sex probably even more than we do. But you have to understand that women like the mental game, like the mental pleasure and arousal, basically everything leading up to the sexual interaction. I think the term of it is called coquetting. There's probably a couple more terms for it. But basically, if you can simulate a woman's mind to give her this whole, like, almost like, not fairy tale, but just like a sexually very alluring experience, this is things like flirting, even sometimes like the dating process, the whole, like the courting process for women, they really value those things. So I know that you guys probably know, or maybe you don't know, think about the movie 50 Shades of Grey. In that movie, I don't know if you guys have seen it, because I think a lot of guys haven't watched it. I don't think I've even seen the full thing. But from the parts that I saw, there wasn't really much sex in the movie. But what was in the movie? The guy's freaking dungeon sex layer room where he has all like the chains and the ropes and the whips and things to tie her up. And just like the lifestyle around it. It's like the guy was like borderline kind of stalkerish. I'm not telling you to do this, but he was very much like pursuing the girl. He would like fly her out or take her in his helicopter and do all these things around, basically like just having like sex with her to make her feel like, oh, like I really want you. Oh, I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. Oh, I'm just so sick and twisted over you, and I'll do anything to be with you. That's really what girls like. That's really what women like. So you have to basically just give them an experience. You can't be just so like flat out and dry with them, because even if a girl really likes you, what happens? She'll never tell you, she'll never hit you up and be like, oh, hey, like, do you want to hook up? Or she'll never hit you up and be like, oh, like, let me come over. If you want to hit for a girl, what's like the main thing that you say? Netflix and chill. You'll say, hey, do you want to come over and watch a movie? Or hey, do you want to come over and watch Netflix or watch some like streaming show? And that kind of signals to them like, oh, okay, I think this guy wants to have sex with me. But that gives her the chance to, at least in her mind, have all these different scenarios in her head. Even though she knows that she's probably coming over just to like get piped down, basically, she still can, at least in her mind, imagine like, okay, well, maybe we'll watch the movie and there might be popcorn and he might like reach over while we're on the bed watching the movie and put his hand on my thigh and slowly move it up. Or maybe the movie will stop and we'll like go and do something else, and then we'll come back and then it'll lead to something. Like, it at least allows them the chance to have all these different scenarios in their head, because again, for women, they're simple. It's like the mental stimulation that they really crave, you know? Of course, like, why do women, they have more access to sex than you as a man, you or I as a man will ever know. They could go out and have sex with anybody. They could pass a guy on the street and be like, hey, like, do you want to hook up, whatever? And most guys will say yes. So why don't they do that? Because to them, sex is more than just the physical aspect. It's the whole experience around it. So I want you guys to keep this in mind, because it's really like the games that you play outside of the bedroom that will get a woman in the bedroom and really get her like aroused and riled up and ready for the experience. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Comment down below. Is there any validity in what I'm saying? Do you think it's all just baloney? I'd like to hear your opinion. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell, because I post videos every single day. And if this video resonated with you, check out this video about Gen Z love over here. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.